You know, I have been in the mood for a good hot sub sandwich for a long time now. And I actually went by Subway yesterday with the kids, got me a turkey and cheese, and it was really good. It really was. But it didn't hit the spot. It didn't cure my craving. You know what I mean? I want a good hot sub. So today I'm going to make this delicious Italian meatball sub on the Blackstone. And honestly, I mean, there's a million recipes out there for Italian meatballs. I'm not saying mine's the best, but I am saying it's pretty doggone good. So I say at least give it a try or share out in the comments your favorite meatball recipe. There's a million of them out there. I'm not saying one's right over the other. I'm just saying this is going to be good. So let's get things started and go on and fire up that Blackstone and get that thing heating up. Because we do have some prep to do while that Blackstone heats up. So let's go ahead and get that done. I'm going to tell you, my mouth is watering just thinking of how good these things are going to be. But we got to get things prepped up. So let's move some things here out of our way so we can do just that. We're going to start off by slicing up a green bell pepper. Add that to a bowl. And then come in here with some red bell pepper. I love red and green bell peppers. You can use the yellow and the orange, whatever you want, but the red and green really adds a lot of color to your dishes when you use them. And just add that into a bowl. And now let's work on some yellow onion. All I'm going to do is just slice this up like this. And I don't think I'm going to use, I don't know, I think I changed my mind. I'm just going to go ahead and slice the whole thing up. It's not a very big onion, so yeah, let's just use it all. We'll just add this to a bowl right here. Now, there's our peppers and our onions right there. Now we need to get working on them meatballs, get that stuff mixed up. So what I'm going to do is grab up roughly 1 pound of 80-20 ground chuck and 1 pound of ground pork. And to that, we're going to add 1 egg, a tablespoon of Italian seasoned breadcrumbs, and a teaspoon of Parmesan cheese. Let's see here. You know you got to have the garlic, and I had this in the refrigerator. Otherwise, I probably would have used fresh, but hey, I had some garlic in here. So I'm going to add about a teaspoon of the garlic, minced garlic. Then I have some this roasted herb and garlic seasoning, Italian seasoning grinder. And I'm going to add some of that into it. And there you go. One thing left to do, and that's mix it. So get in here and get your hands dirty. And once we have it mixed fairly well, let's move our bowl. And it's time to start making them meatballs, y'all. Now, keep in mind, you don't really need huge meatballs because they're going in the sub sandwich. So make them about that size there, maybe about a 1 ounce ball or so. Maybe the size of a golf ball, roughly. Kind of like that right there. That's all we're looking for. Because they will cook down some. Just a couple more to go. Get what I can out of this last one. It's going to be a little smaller, but that's okay. It'll be an appetizer. All right, meatballs are made up. Peppers and onions are done. Look like everything's ready. Let's head over to the griddle and get to cooking. Come on. Well, I'm seeing that white smoking. You know what that means. It's time to put some groceries on the griddle. So let's reach around here and grab our basting pot right here. Set it on the griddle. And just so you know, I'm using this Rayo's homemade marinara. Use whatever sauce you like. It's up to you. But I'm just going to pour this whole thing into this basting pot over here and get it to heating up. And put it right over here in this little holding rack and out of the way. I absolutely love that basting pot. There'll be a link to that basting pot down in the description, so check it out. But for right now, we got to get cooking these meatballs. So let's put down a good bit of oil right through here. And then take our spatula and just spread that out. Then you grab up your meatballs and set of tongs. Yep, they're ready. Let's get them on the griddle. We'll just set these on here and get them to cooking. And the last one. There you go, the meatballs are cooking. So now, let's work on these peppers and onions. Let's move our spatula out the way. We'll just throw them right there. And I'm gonna add a little bit more seasoning to these things. Gotta season the peppers and the onions. So we'll use this Italian grinder again. And also some minced garlic. Throwing a teaspoon of minced garlic in there. Man, I'm telling you right now, this griddle is smelling amazing already. And it won't take long to get all this done. So what we're gonna do is just kind of push these over here to the side. All the burners are on the griddle right now, across the whole thing on low. But right now I wanna kind of let these just slow cook and bring the sweetness out in this. The smell of peppers and onions with that Italian seasoning and this garlic in it, yeah, buddy, it's got it smelling good out here. But then you've got these meatballs, these Italian meatballs over here cooking up. I mean, look how beautiful they're frying up. Don't forget about this sauce we have over here heating up too, y'all. Oh yeah, this is gonna be a good dinner. These meatballs haven't been going too long, but let's go ahead and give them a flip. Kind of move them around here. And you see they're starting to cook up on one side. So that's all we're gonna do is just keep on coming in here and just rolling these things around till they are cooked throughout and on all sides. But look at that beautiful crust they're already getting on there. And while we're at it, we'll go ahead and just stir up our veggies over here where they can cook nice and evenly. So about every 2 or 3 minutes, no longer than 4 or 5, but just keep a check on these meatballs and just come in here, just rotate them around on another part that hasn't cooked yet. Because we want to make sure that they're cooking evenly and throughout. It's just getting a good cook on them. And there you go. But while we're over here, we might as well stir up this sauce a little bit. Look at there, starting to get some steam. I don't know if y'all can see it or not, but a little bit of steam coming off of it. Won't be long. This thing coming together pretty good. Well, let's check on these peppers and onions too. Yeah, they're starting to soften up, sweeten up, get a little char to them. That's what I'm wanting right there. We don't want to cook them down too much. We just want to soften them up really good. This is one of them cooks that comes together pretty quickly. These meatballs are cooking up and smelling amazing. And they may not be perfectly shaped, but that is okay. That is just fine. Y'all check out how these peppers and these onions over here are looking. Oh yeah, this is sure enough gonna be some good eating. Well, y'all, I have flipped, I have stirred, I have done everything, and this stuff is done. So let's slide our meatballs over here and kind of take all the grease and junk with it, because we need to toast some bread. And by toast, I'm kind of on the fence of how I want to toast these. Do I want to open them up and lay them out flat? If I do, it kind of makes them where they'll just fall through. I don't really like that. So I think I'm just going to toast them like that. Kind of like I do my hot dog buns. I do that a lot of ways and a lot of times. And honestly, I love them like that. So I think that's what I'm going to do, is just kind of toast the top and the bottoms, because, well, we're going to do something else to them anyhow. But if you want to open them up and toast complete on the inside, hey, that's fine too. I don't see nothing wrong with it. So now these have a little light toast on one side. Let's just flip them all over and we'll toast that side. And just like that, these buns are toasted up. So we'll just move these over here for right now. And I'm gonna grab up this Blackstone warming rack. You've seen this on other videos. Again, it's just like that basting pot. I absolutely love this thing. Put it right there. I think I'm gonna lay the legs down because I'm probably gonna use the basting dome. Look at that toast on this bread, y'all. Let's go ahead and get our bread up here and start building these subs. They still work. We're gonna grab up a meatball. Let's just dunk it in this marinara right here and put it in that bread. And just continue that process till we get them all full. Put it down here toward the end, y'all. There we go. Yes, sir, that's gonna be good here. So that one took about 5 meatballs. So 5 meatballs, about golf ball size, will fill these sub buns here up. Let's get this last meatball in there. And as you can see, some took 5, some took 4. This one here, the bun is splitting all the way open. That's kind of what I don't like when you're using bread sometimes. Sometimes it splits all the way open, but hey, sometimes you just have to use a fork and a knife and just go at it. But we're not done yet. We are not done yet. Let's take some of these peppers and onions. And not everybody in the household wants some peppers and onions, so I'm only going to do 2 of them with peppers and onions. We'll do these 2 right here. And then the other ones, we will just top off with some cheese. Well, all of them with cheese. Some provolone cheese. I'm thinking I'm just going to kind of fold the provolone like this. Leave it like that. These ones without peppers and onions, I think we'll just make them extra cheesy. How's that for them? We'll do that. There we go. Extra cheesy. One more thing. Little more seasoning. I put the top on for some odd reason, even though I know it wasn't done with it. So let's add a little more seasoning right on top of these. And if you want to, you can 100% do it. Come in here and grab some of this extra sauce that's left over and just kind of lightly sauce the top there. You know, because can you actually have enough sauce? I don't know if you can or not. I don't know. Let's slide these over more toward the center. Grab up a big basting dome, or if your Blackstone has a lid like this one does, you can close it down, but I'm just going to use the basting dome. We're going to cover that up, grab up some water, and just steam that in there. And let that steam do its magic, melt that cheese down. It's been about 30 seconds. I say we pop the top and see what we got. Lord, look at that, y'all. Just look at how beautiful these subs right here turned out. Yes, sir. I say it's time to get them off this griddle. So I'm going to slide these to the back, grab up this handy dandy cutting board, put it down, and we're going to try to just take these and just lay them up here on this cutting board. See if we can get this one without falling apart everywhere. Oh yeah, comes right up, look at there. Y'all got to check these out. Come on over here. Told you they'd come together pretty quick, and they did, didn't they? And I tell you what, they're full of flavor. These look kind of empty without the peppers and onions on them, don't they? I guess you can pile more meatballs on if that's what you wanted to do. But that's the great thing about making stuff like this at home. So customizable, you can flavor it the way you want to flavor it. And I'm going to add one more thing just to kind of garnish everything off. Some of these peppercini cherries, like peppercini peppers. They're not cherries. I don't know why I said cherries. But either way, we're going to put some just around them. You can even put them on there if you want to. That's up to you. But either way, I know the kids around here love these little things. And I do too, honestly. There we go. Looks great. I say, before I dig in, I show you these up close. And, well, I got to do my job and just try them out. I'm going to tell you, that right there is a meal in itself. I mean, look at that bread that's toasted. Then beautiful peppers and onions are down in there. That marinara sauce, that cheese. And check out these meatballs down in here, y'all. Yes, sir. Now that is how to do Italian meatball subs on the Blackstone. Yeah, look pretty dang good, don't they? I am going to take one of these, though, and just cut it in half because this is a big sub, y'all. Here we go. Look at that. Yes, sir. That meatball is done perfectly. Peppers and onions, marinara sauce. There ain't one thing left to do, though, and that's just bite into it. Oh, yeah. You better get a napkin. Wow. That's delicious. That is what I've been craving right there. I am so glad I decided to make the Italian meatball subs. They're so easy. Make them like you want. As you see, I left peppers and onions off some because, well, my wife and them don't like the bell peppers and stuff. They like onions, that's not bell peppers. But either way, let me know in the comments down below your meatball recipe. or what you would load these sandwiches. Are these sandwiches or subs? Either way, what would you load them up with? I would love to know. But right now, speaking of the family, I need to take these inside, let them dig into them. Hope you enjoyed the video. Go check out our playlist. We have a ton of other videos out there. Some are kind of cringy. They're kind of old, but they're still there. So go check all them out. Share this out. If you didn't like it, thumbs down twice. I appreciate it. And, well, we'll see you next time.